Hello and welcome to Sarania's Travel Vlogs. Today is a new vlog and we'll be exploring with you the land of New Mexico or the state of New Mexico in United States of America. So we reached the Albuquerque airport. The Albuquerque airport is also called the Albuquerque Sunport, and we reached the airport at night, and we'll be staying at Albuquerque, which is the largest city in New Mexico, before we start our drive towards Santa Fe. So stay with us and enjoy the rest of this video. So we are starting our drive from Santa Fe. As you can see, our little baby girl, our dog Begum, she's also traveling with us this time. And we just started our drive into Santa Fe. So Santa Fe is a beautiful city in New Mexico, and it takes about 1.5 hours to go from Albuquerque to Santa Fe. And we'll be exploring Santa Fe, which is a land of art, beautiful shops, curios, chilies, good food, the rest of today. So be with us and enjoy the rest of this video. As you can see, the drive was immensely beautiful. We drove through deserts. Most of the state of New Mexico is deserted, and there are huge, beautiful, you can see the vast expanse of the sky, and the drive was just beautiful. And we are almost nearing the city of Santa Fe, as you will see shortly, and we will be exploring a few particular spots. So welcome to Santa Fe, New Mexico, you guys. The first stop for us was the Santa Fe Plaza. As you can see, the moment you enter Santa Fe, you will be greeted by earthen buildings, beautiful curio stalls. This is the plaza or the center of downtown where a lot of activities take place. So there are vendors selling art items, and these are mostly Native American vendors who make their art very locally and bring them and sell them here. So this is definitely a must stop. You can also get food. And then this is basically the Palace of Governors. This is a beautiful place. You can walk through these, colorful corridors, and inside of the Palace of Governors you can also take a peek at the state capitol. The state capitol is a circular building. It's the only circular building, circular capitol in the entire USA. And there are obviously beautiful churches. There's a huge church right across from the plaza. So make sure you go into some of them and enjoy your time here. So we took a stroll around the plaza and explored a lot of shops, ate at a restaurant, and just had a great time. So all of these buildings that you see, they are built in the adobe style or the earthen style because of the desert conditions here. And then they also have been, influenced by the Native American style of building houses. So these houses are rampant all over Santa Fe, and you'll get to see a lot of them in the plaza, of course. This is actually one of the important hotels here, which is called Hotel La Fonda. So while you're here, be sure to check out these buildings. Of course, eat food at some of these food stalls like you just saw, and just immerse yourself in the entire Santa Fe experience. A very interesting experience, as you see, is the Palace of Governors line of hawkers. So these are vendors who sit down right next to the Palace of Governors or inside that place and sell curios. And this is a very different thing that we experienced in the United States. You'll never see so many vendors seated in the same place and selling native art ever. So be sure to check them out and buy things that you like. Our next stop is going to be at a shop which sells olive oil, vinaigrettes, and just various kinds of spices. So make sure you do visit this. This is a must visit. It's called the Santa Fe Oil and Balsamic Co. Our favorites that we carried back home was the red chili olive oil, and chili is of course an integral part of the culture and the food of New Mexico. We got that, and we also got a beautiful red apple vinaigrette. While you're there, you can also obviously taste all these flavors of olive oils and vinaigrettes, which we did, and we finalized on these two. And like you can see, Begum also seems to enjoy this experience. So they are dog friendly. You can walk in with a dog, which makes them extra special for us, of course. So we came back home. They can also ship things to you. So if you like olive oils that you want to get, you can just go to their website, which is Santa Fe Olive Oil and Balsamic Co., and get whatever olive oils or vinaigrettes or spices that you want to get from them. So they ship to you as well. This was definitely an awesome experience, and we have done this in different parts of the US, but to get something similar in New Mexico was just special. Next, we just explored a little more of the plaza. Like I said, do not forget to buy a lot, because most of the things that they sell here is very unique. So there was this Turkish shop that had beautiful Turkish lanterns, mats and whatnot. And very similar to this, there are extremely beautiful jewelries, clothes, curios, and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to buy a lot and spend a lot of time in the plaza just walking around. It was almost noon by this time, and we had to stop for lunch. So one of the restaurants that we stopped at was the Pantry. The Pantry is dog friendly, which is why we loved it. But more importantly, their food is really, really good. I loved the green chili stew, which was made with pork and green chili. And you can also try their shrimp tacos, which were awesome. But really, to be frank, their food is just too good. You can try anything that you want to have. They have a good location, so they are very close to the plaza, and you can just stop for lunch, get a few things, and then again spend a few hours in the plaza. This is the green chili stew that I was talking about, and my husband, I think he got a breakfast platter, which is also very good. So they're also vegetarian friendly if you're looking to get something more vegetarian. Next, we just went to some of the art galleries in Santa Fe, and it was just wonderful looking at the art pieces. We obviously could not afford any of them because they can go as high as hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it is definitely wonderful to kind of get acquainted with the new with the emerging artists of the area or local artists who have been there for many years. It just brings you closer to the culture, brings you closer to the heart of the city, really.
We are almost done with day one. We spent a lot of time in Santa Fe, especially Santa Fe Plaza, and right now we are at the Loretto Chapel. So, Santa Fe overall is a beautiful, beautiful town with a lot of art around, with obviously the famous red chilies and green chilies, and the architecture here is like so unique. It's basically all earthen and very Native American. So, it's just wonderful. So, be with me and see you around.
Loretto Chapel was our next stop, and as you can see, Loretto Chapel is known for being an extremely iconic place um, in Santa Fe, especially because of a special kind of staircase, or the staircase inside the church, that is said to have a very mystical connotation. Its architecture is not yet explained by science, but there are lots of movies made on this staircase. Outside of that, obviously, the architecture of the church is wonderful. So just go inside. It's very close to the plaza as well. So if you're in town, obviously, take a peek inside. Take a moment to appreciate the architecture, appreciate the beautiful staircase that you can see here, and just it's just beautiful to be inside and just relax for a minute. um so yeah. Who hasn't heard of Georgia O'Keeffe? So Georgia O'Keeffe is a renowned artist from the region of Santa Fe, New Mexico, and our Georgia O'Keeffe Museum is right across from the street that you see. So we were able to visit the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, and like I said, it's once again a must see when you're in Santa Fe. They don't let you do videos or pictures, and rightfully so. So I would very much advise you guys to check this out, the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, once you're around. Our last stop for today is going to be the Kakawa Chocolate House, Santa Fe. The specialty of the Kakawa Chocolate House is that they make their chocolates and elixirs with real cacao, real cocoa, as it means. And as you can see, we are right in front of the shop. It's a very cute store, obviously, and their favorites is, or a must, is the Elixir flight, which is basically, an elixir is nothing but a hot chocolate, but It's got the chili flavor, it's got different flavors in the flight, and it's topped off with some cream. So when you're here, of course, taste one of their elixirs, and you could also, taste a few truffles or chocolates once, you depending on your taste. Obviously, they have different kinds of flavors. But yeah, I mean, enjoy the rest of Kakawa Chocolate House with us.
What? Chili ice cream? How's it?
It's okay.
It's okay, or you're not getting any
It's
taste?
very creamy, but
And now she has some vanilla ice cream.
After a great serving of chocolates and ice cream, that's our last stop for the day. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe.